What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shirehammer Fantasy Battle Reports. I got another battle report for you today. It is the Buckeyes GT 2022, round number 1. Guys, what is going on? It's your boy James Silva here, and I got another battle report for today. Today is the first day of Buckeyes. Honestly, I made a video that many of you have watched. Is the T9A dying? That was the last video I just posted up. And then I came home. My brother already called me, and he's like, "You want to get going?" I was like, "Oh shit, you're coming already? Let's go!" So me and my brother had a nice ride to Buckeyes. We brought Amanda with us, and it was about a 5-hour drive. Now, something that I wanted to mention that I didn't mention in the Is T9A Dying video was the cost of fucking gas. Jesus Christ, the cost of gas has gone up so much that going to these trips, it's really a financial burden. Anyways, we drove out there to the Toledo game room in Toledo, which is apparently like the capital of strip clubs, because it's just so many goddamn strip clubs. Our hotel that we stayed at shared the parking lot with a strip club. I am not shitting you. Anyways, we got to the Toledo game room the next day, or we got there on Friday. We met up with John. John 653 for those of you guys who play on Universal Battle, but he's from Canada. He's all the way from the land of Canada, and John and I hung out all weekend with Amanda and Jesse. It was such a good time. This is pictures here of the comic book section in Toledo Game Room. There's actually a lot more pictures I have. I could probably show them later because I think I took them in the second day. But you can see this. This is like a room full of models that he already has made that they probably go out on this is the bits guy. Like I told you, if you go to Adepticon and you see the guy who sells all the bits, this is the guy. So he has just boxes and boxes of bits, and you can see this is a room just full of games. Here's a picture of John and Amanda. We were just kind of like chilling, talking about games, and then they also helped me look for models. My brother was looking for dwarf models. I was looking for some specific models. I ended up getting a couple of the things that I was looking for. I found a sprue of river trolls, which was awesome. I also found this big boy. Look at this big boy. I got him home already. But I do have a name for him. I'll wait till he's painted up. I will wait till he's on a actual game to introduce you guys to this fat fuck one day. Alright, as for my first round opponent, I am playing Adam Hilton. Now guys, I came to this event throwing out my list. As the first list, it was the last list that I played, or similar to the last list I played at Masters 2020, or 2019 I should say, but it was in February 2020. So this is the first tournament that I'm actually going to in 2 years. This is like literally the first actual game that I'm getting against an opponent that wasn't Luke or Jesse. So go ahead and I get my magics. And now, first off, my opponent's list. I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. Let me actually look it up on my computer while I tell you this. Sorry, I had to edit there because I had trouble looking for the list. But the lists of Adam Hilton. I'm playing Adam Hilton. He's an Infernal Dwarf player. He's bringing a Prophet of Pyromancy. He's bringing 20 Citadel Guards with Flintlocks, 20 more Flintlocks, 20 more Flintlocks. He's taking a unit of 20 Disciples of Luger. He has 20 Immortals, and he has a Rocket Battery, Naphathor, 5 Toruk Enforcers, and a Giant tank, an Infernal Engine. Alright, as for myself, if you guys already seen my list from before, I have the A-Rock, I have Koopa, I have General Zod, I have my Pyromancer and the unit of Commandos, the BGKs. I got the 2 common Goblin units. I also have a small block of 25-ish Savage Orc Ed Bashers with paired weapons, Big Stabadon, and all that. I do have the K-Pack, and I think that's it. I'm just kind of going off my memory. We'll see in a second. As for my Pyromancy spells, I ended up picking up Scorching Salvo, Pyro Flow, Flaming Swords, and Fireball. Actually, I think these were his spells. I want to say these were his spells, because we had very similar spells. He also has Pyromancy. Yes, because I ended up taking Fireball, Pyro Flow, Bring the Pain, and Scorching Salvo. Alright, as you can see, unfortunately, my boy here, Adam, has an unpainted army. This is something else I wanted to bring up into my other video. Is I did notice in the comment section in the forum, somebody tagged me and said, "Oh, they watch all my, they watch my videos, and you notice how many either low quality paint or unpainted armies I play against." And I do think that the hobby side of this game is taking a hit based on how much the tournament meta is. And I do have some comments on that base. I'll probably make another video on it, but about going back into the 4 points that I mentioned, fun being one of them. And I do believe that the tournaments are fun, but it does detract from the hobby. Anyways, we have Torok Enforcers on the right. We have a unit of the Flintlocks here. We have, you can see this is kind of how he deployed. He had his flame cannon, tank, Flintlocks, rocket battery. I'm going from right to left, sorry. Those are his immortals, his another flame cannon, more Flintlocks, Lugers, and the rocket battery in the back. Alright, go ahead and I deploy like this. I forgot the trolls. I go ahead and I deploy like this. Now, I put Koopa on the left flank, and this was a blind deployment, so we didn't know where we were going to deploy. It's hold the center scenario, so what I was going to do was put my Goblins in the center and just shoot whatever's there first. I know it's strength 3 shooting. I know people are always like, oh, you rely too much on that, or, oh, that's really not going to do much. They have armor, but you know what? They pick off wounds. I don't know why people have a problem with it. I have zero problems with it. I go ahead and I put my scouts out on the right side over there, and you can see I put my savages, and the A-Rock is on the right side behind that building. You really can't see the A-Rock. Over on the left side, you can see it's Koopa, the chariots in the ruins. Then I got the trolls, Zod hiding behind the trolls, and yeah, there you go. Now, it's a straight up roll off. I think I get a +1 to roll because I think he picked sides. We didn't really want to switch sides anyways, but it's just, that was it. I ended up winning the roll off. I get first turn. It's going to be Orcs and Goblins, turn number 1. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 1. I go ahead and I have to rush. I have to rush. There is no choice about this, okay? There is he's gonna shoot the shit out of me. He has rocket batteries that do D3 wounds per hit. He's gonna shoot at my spiders. I know this. He's gonna shoot his flamethrowers at my trolls. I know this. So my whole goal here is to try to take out his war machines and rush at him fast as possible. Keep everybody in Zod's bubble. All right. So I go ahead and move. You can see my spider riders end up going to the Torok's flank over there. We're gonna go into magic. I get it. 8 on the flux first round. Go ahead and let's do a scorching salvo. He lets it go off. I end up getting 2 wounds off on the flame cannon. I end up taking off a couple of the immortals here, or the flintlock, sorry. And there you go, 1 flintlock, 1 immortal. And basically that was it for magic. Now, I go ahead and I'm going to shooting phase. I think I don't really get anything off because of ranges. He did not start on the line. He didn't start on the 12-inch line. He ended up starting a little bit back because he's planning on shooting me. Excuse me. He's planning on shooting me. So I couldn't really shoot anything. You could see how much I had to march up my wizard bunker just to get in range, right? And so I go ahead and I shoot these five spider riders with 10 tomahawks, throwing weapons. I throw them into the flank of his freaking Torok enforcers there, and I end up killing 4 of them. 4 of them. It causes a panic. The one dude panics, turns, and he needs to run through all his shit, right? All his shit. When he goes to roll that flea, he rolls like a 3 inches, and he just stops right before running through everything. He doesn't even have a BSB. If he ran through everything, this game might have been way way sooner than it was. Oh my god, he ends up right there, and that could have been extremely bad. All right, let's go into turn 1, Infernal Dwarves. Infernal Dwarves, turn 1. He goes like this. He moves up his guys on the left, the Lugers, with the great weapons, their flaming attacks. He's coming straight for my trolls, as he should. He's not really worried about Koopa because Koopa is, tough 6, but he's probably like strength 5 or 6. And he's going to shoot me. That's what his list is designed to do. Magic, he goes ahead, and I can't even see what spell he cast. But he goes ahead and he puts up a couple wounds onto... He does a Pyro Flow onto the Chariots. I kind of have to let it go. I think he only gets off 2 wounds, though, because he rolls like a 3 or 4 on his 2d6. His Rocket Battery shoots into Koopa, ends up doing 3 wounds onto Koopa. The Torok turns around, the Flintlocks turn around, and they just shot the shit out of my Spider Riders, blowing up my Spider Riders. That sucks. Basically, that's how the table is going to look on the end of his turn. It's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2. Charge! I'm charging in with the K-Pack and Koopa. Koopa! You fat fuck. Koopa is actually going to be the skinnier one out of my next army. My next list. Anyways, going in both at it, I don't really care. We're going to fuck up these damn looters, right? As for the trolls fail their stupidity. It is the first time they have failed stupidity this weekend. Okay, so they fail stupidity and they can't help me charge anything, but it's fine. Go ahead and I get boom boom Koopa in, the troll or the K-Pack in, and the trolls stumble forward. I go ahead and I'm like, well, that's fine. I'm gonna move the A-Rock up, and I started getting scared about the tank. I was worried about the tank, so I figured, oh, I'm gonna just web launch him. I feel like this was a mistake. Looking back at it in this video, I feel like this was a mistake. I shouldn't have been scared of that tank. Savage was coming forward for the tank anyways. Let's go into Magic. Magic ended up doing a Scorching Salvo and a Pyro Flow. End up doing a couple wounds again. Just a wound here, wound there, you know. And I'm trying to take out the Flamethrower because I know the Flamethrower is going to start shooting at my trolls. But really, that's it. And there's nothing else to really shoot. I think I was picking off wounds that maybe did like 1 wound out to that Flamethrower with shooting. Over here, impact hits. Boom! I end up killing a shit ton of guys. Look at this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 19. Did I do 19 wounds? Did I do 19 wounds? I can't believe I did 19 wounds. What is this roll for? I don't know what this roll is for. I don't know. I'm looking at this. I can't figure it out. Anyways, he ends up killing off... I don't think I did 19 wounds. I think that was a roll for something else, and I'm just looking at this picture. Over here, he ends up doing... killing off one of my K-Pack. He ends up doing about 6 wounds. He ends up doing nothing to Koopa. And I end up doing a charge... Like, I want to say I didn't even do that good on impact hits. I think I just killed a bunch of guys. He doesn't have a champ in this unit, so I end up was just like ripping them apart. Yeah, I end up ripping them apart. I think I just killed like, I think I did kill like 14 guys or something like that. But what ends up happening is I win combat. He doesn't have steadfast. I destroyed a good chunk of his guys coming back at me. He's going to run. He's going to flee. So I'm going to go ahead and give chase with Koopa. Koopa ends up getting into this, boom, into this unit of Flintlocks back here. I end up not chasing with the K-Pack as the K-Pack turns around and faces the flank, or the rear here, waiting for the next charge or waiting to get shot, right? Part of it was the fact that I was afraid if I overran into the forest, A, I'm going to fly right past the Citadel Guard anyways, but B, just taking DTs in the forest, I'd rather just set up a future charge, right? So that's what I ended up doing. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Infernal Dwarves, turn 2. Infernal Dwarves, turn 2. He's going to go ahead and charge into Koopa's flank. Okay. That's all he does, the first charges. His stank barely moves. His Citadel Guard is going to shoot at me. He ends up chaffing me with that stupid Enforcer. I should have killed that Enforcer when I had the chance. I don't know why I wasn't focusing on that Enforcer, but it happens, right? You can see Zod is still trying to hide behind the trolls, but he's going to go ahead and continue to shoot at me. Magic, he goes ahead, and he is going to burn the trolls. He ends up killing off one troll. I think this is like a Scorching Salvo. So he did a Scorching Salvo. He ends up killing off the K-Pack, one of them, past the panic. Kills off a troll. Kills off 3 guys. I know I have MR3. I think he just rolled pretty hot on that, and I just failed to stop it. Yeah. Over here is going to shoot his flame cannon into my savages. He ends up killing off 4 savages. He ends up shooting the Citadel Guard into the A-Rock, does a wound. And then that is it for shooting that really mattered. Close combat, I go challenge with Koopa. His general's in that unit of immortals that charged my flank. He tells me, "Oh, I'm gonna decline the challenge. I'm gonna swing at you with everybody." I said, "Okay, fine." Koopa goes first because he's agility 5 on the charge, and I just go suck, 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 and I kill his prophet right away with Koopa. Koopa, you motherfucker! Koopa, you motherfucker! You ended up just killing that motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck him. All right. Over here, you could see he ends up doing. Man, how many wounds did he do? He ended up doing a shit ton of wounds. Look at that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6 wounds onto Koopa. Some of these guys are strength 5 with the flintlock axes. It's pretty beefy weapon. And I am going to stick on a stubborn. I do kill a bunch of guys, but it's not enough to make any difference. And Koopa is going to hold that stubborn check. Now, it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins. Turn number 3. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 3. This is the round. This is the round. I got those trolls looking at that flank of that unit that Koopa's fighting. It's gonna be fucking epic, right? So let's go ahead and charge! We're gonna charge the A-Rock into this Torok, and the fucking trolls fail their stupidity a second time. Oh, you motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! God damn it! I don't even know what I was doing with the K-Pack. At this point, I should just use the K-Pack as chaff. I don't know what I was doing with them. I might have failed the charge, I think. I don't remember. But I think I did this as chaff. Like, if he chases Koopa, he runs into the K-Pack instead of the flank of my trolls. I think that's what I was trying to do. Anyways, Magic gets a 4 on the flux, goes ahead and, or this is me. And I end up giving hatred to Koopa. I'm just going to kill as many immortals as I can. Over here. Yeah, this is the picture. There was nothing really to happen in shooting that was of any note. He ends up killing off Koopa with his giant block. As you can see, I end up killing off a bunch of his flintlocks, but it wasn't enough. It's going to start off turn 3 Infernal Dwarves. Turn 3 Infernal Dwarves. He's going to go ahead and charge his stank into the spider, which I'm like, ugh, right? He fails that charge, though. He moves his immortals in front of the wall, like, haha, I'm going to defend the wall, and now it's going to be harder to hit, you know? Okay. His flame cannon shoots into my savages, ends up roasting off again another 5 savages. I ended up even shrinking him down, which was dumb because I'm giving him more ranks to do D3 wounds into. He starts shooting flintlocks into my savages, and now you're just seeing my savages get peeled off. This is just bleeding me apart here, you know? Over here, he ends up misfiring that rocket battery. Okay, there was no combat. There was no units that were in combat. He's just shooting me apart at this moment. It's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 4. And guys, I know the last couple videos I haven't given you the warning, but here goes a 3, 2, 1. Lower your volume. Wong! I'm going to go ahead and charge. I'm going to charge. First off, the savages fail frenzy anyway, so the savages are charging in, and the only thing I could see is the fucking stank. So the damn savages are going into the stank with only about like 9 dudes or some shit like that. Hold on, it's 14 dudes. Alright, whatever. And the trolls fail stupidity. And I'm telling you, look at the BSBs right there. I'm failing stupidity on re-rollable 9 over and over and over. I have failed 6 stupidity checks. 6 in 3 rows. Second, third, and fourth round of this game. 6 leadership 9s. I rolled a couple 10s, and I was rolling a lot of 12s. I can't help it, man. I am holding the center, though. I did get the hold center for, I think, 1 round or 2. So that's a good thing. I'm actually getting those points from the Goblins. Magic, I get a 2 in the flux. Go ahead and I do a pyro flow into his working rocket battery. Get a couple wounds off. Go ahead and I start shooting into the closer flame cannon. End up doing a couple wounds, but it's not enough. I am not killing it. One thing that I totally spaced out on, and again, this is a lot of my issues in this game, besides the obvious trolls not doing anything, is ring rust. I haven't played, and I'm forgetting stuff. So one of the things I was making a mistake on was that my goblins are quick to fire. I forgot that they're quick to fire. I was totally like, oh man, I'm shooting you on 6s, you know. But that's the point of buying them as a Zappa bow. I'm so stupid. Anyways, over here, I end up doing a couple wounds into the stank. Either this is my wounds or my ward saves. No, it was my wounds. I ended up doing 6 wounds into the stank, but the stank ends up just like crushing about 4 of my guys here. As for the A-Rock went into this unit, and A-Rock is just killing a bunch of guys. But again, these guys are strength 5, and they're racking up wounds onto the A-Rock. It's gonna start off turn 4. Infernal Dwarves. Infernal Dwarves turn 4. He's going to charge the Citadel Guard into the flank of the Savages, which just sucks now. He gets in, boom, right here. There's no magic. There barely any shooting. I think he shot at my general, but I think I regen saved it. So he's going to go ahead and do close combat. Close combat, he ends up killing off the A-Rock. I think I whiffed on his attacks, and then I end up doing, he ends up just killing me off. I only needed 2 wounds. So it's off turn 5. I think my Savages are dead, but I don't have a picture of it. Turn 5, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Look who decides to finally show up. Oh my lord, the damn trolls passed their stupidity. 7th roll later, they passed their stupidity. And it pisses me off because that leadership 10 from the Crown of Autocracy would solve this. I'm the only army in the whole goddamn game that has stupidity. I mean, and then I also know that I am the only stupid motherfucker bringing stupid monsters. You know? But you know what? I have fun with it. So I go ahead and I charge in. Alright. Now, I go ahead and I pop my 15-inch banner because he's threatening my Forest Goblins. So I go ahead and I pop my 15-inch banner and I run all the way over here. My plan here is to start destroying the war machines and cause panics. He is now contesting the center with my goblins. My general is staring over there. My general fell off the damn chariot, as you can see. Magic, I got a 5 on the flux. Go ahead and I use, I just hit it with a fireball, that one war machine, blow it up, and then I go ahead into shooting because I think nothing else happened in Magic. So shooting, I end up shooting all my shots into the other, I think I shot into the stank, trying to kill the stank. I did, and I ended up getting off that 1 wound. Holy shit, I did 40 shots into the stank, hoping to get a double panic there. I get it off, do a wound, kill the stank, and it doesn't. They don't panic. They're holding the objective now, and this kind of sucks. As for my trolls in combat, my trolls ended up puking, but he has ward saves on the immortals, and this is something I did know. This is something I did know back in the day. I don't know if it was always a ward save, but I forgot that they used to do, the old immortals used to take half strength on special attacks, and the puke is a special attack. Stomps are a special attack. So I'm over here thinking like, oh, he's gonna have, defending, and he's on the wall. I'm gonna be hitting him on 5s. I don't care. I'm gonna puke, and he ward saves him, and then he does a couple wounds, and I lose combat. And my trolls run, and they run right through my general. They run right through my general, and since my general is facing the other way, his immortals run right into my general this way, and now I'm flanked by these goddamn immortals. I should have at least killed his champ, so he doesn't challenge me out. It's going to start off Infernal Dwarves turn 5. Infernal Dwarves turn 5. He's going to charge into my goblins, and now he needs like a 9, but he's not Swift Stride. He needs like a 9 on the charge. If he gets it off and pushes my goblin out, I'm going to start losing the objective, because I think I only took it for 2 rounds. He's taking it for 1 round, and after this, if he takes it on round 5, he'll have it for 2 rounds. He'll tie the objective, and then he'll go ahead and get the final objective, right? I actually don't remember who gets the objective, so I'm going to look that up while I am finishing this battle report. Overview. Okay. Anyways, over here, so I'm contemplating fleeing, but I'm like, oh, he needs a 9. He's going to fail that. No, he does not fail that. Boom! He gets in 9 exact. I think he loses 1 guy to the water. I did stand and shoot, but whatever. I might have caused a panic on the guys on the hills. I don't really remember, but if I did, he just rallied them. These guys over from this side are now coming for my Forest Goblins. I'm literally running out of units. I don't have enough units to take care of all these guys. The trolls ran away. The fucking goblins are in trouble. My general's in trouble. This is gonna suck. Alright. Shooting phase, he starts shooting into the trolls. Blasts off 1 of the trolls. Over here, he ends up killing off 9 of my goblins. I think my goblins might have killed 1 dude. Over here, he does not challenge. He does not challenge, and I'm just like, Zod! Whack! And I end up killing off 4 dudes. So he has a charge, a flank, a big flank, a banner. He did 0 wounds. I did 4, so Zod actually stays in battle. It's going to start off turn 6, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 6, Orcs and Goblins. Zod failed. I couldn't reform because I have to touch every model that's touching. So Zod is stuck in that position. The trolls do rally. His guys killed my goblins, caused a panic. My goblins ran off the table, and that's going to cost me the objective. That sucks, alright? Again, I'm at a point where I'm just like, oh, I got nothing left here, man. I got trolls that can't do shit right now. I got my BSB unit still, which is still a lot of points, and I'm just going to try to get points that way. So go ahead and magic. I get a 6 on the flux. Go ahead and I do a scorching salvo. Trying to cause panics. Kill off the war machine. It does not cause a panic. These guys are going to stare at my goblins, and this could be horrible for my goblins. But what ends up happening in close combat just south of this picture is Zod ends up killing off his guys. I think now he challenges, but he's trying to hold steadfast, or he didn't challenge and just try to do wounds. Zod ends up killing the unit, overrunning, chasing them, and I end up chasing over here right in the middle of his unit that was about to charge my forest goblin. So I end up doing that. Round 6, I think he just takes the objective. There really wasn't much else he could do. I did not rally those goblins, but they did not run off the table. I think he gets half points on those. I don't really remember, but that's about it, guys. It was a bloody game. As you can see, there's only like 3 units of his on the table, 3 units of mine that are not running, and 2 more rounds maybe. It's just gonna be bloody. Zod could have killed maybe that unit up there. Forest goblins could turn around and start putting in wounds. He's gonna start shooting at my trolls or my forest goblins. I don't think what's left on the board he has an answer for Zod or the trolls, but the game is over. I did get about 12 points off of him because I killed his general. I killed off a lot of his army. He ended up getting the objective, and it pushed it to a win for him. He ended up getting a 11 to my 9. All right. As for, and actually, guys, like I told you before, I'm going to start posting in here the recaps of what my opponents thought of the game. All right. As for points in my army, I actually forgot that's something I would do. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing it. I didn't do it for this video, but I can easily tell you my MVP for this game was Koopa. Koopa killing off his general on round 2 or 3, whatever that was. That was just epic. He was just like, whack, die. It was so simple. I was like, challenge, and he was like, no. And I was like, all right, all the Koopa attacks into the guy. And I didn't even get to the spider. I just got Koopa, and Koopa was like 666. Suck, suck, suck. I'm like, poison. Oh man, Koopa, you fat fuck. He's so nasty. K-Pack did an okay job destroying that block of Lugers, and then I just didn't play them right. The Trolls are definitely the worst team players. They did not want to get flanks on Immortals. They wanted to just be dumb and stupid for 3 fucking rounds. All right. Forest Goblins did okay. Zod actually impressed me for surviving that charge. But you're going to see in all my videos that seems to be a running theme. I keep leaving Zod too close or in a flank, and this is something that I have to fix in my next list. I have to fix it in my next list because this is just unreliable and dumb that Zod keeps getting in trouble. I mean, granted, I could kill some Immortals, but outside of that, this was just dumb. This is just dumb. Forest Goblins did exactly what they do, and the Common Goblins did exactly what they do. Savages having to fight the Stank was kind of dumb, but that was also the deployment that I did, and the A-Rock, or me not killing off his Taruk, that cost me possibly a major win, because the A-Rock would have been in 1 turn sooner instead of getting shot. All right, I'm going to leave you guys. I think that's about it for me. Guys, if you can stick around, watch the video from Adam Hilton. You're going to see a little bit of me too, but he's going to talk to you guys about how he felt the game went. Again, it was an 11-9. Not bad for my first tournament game coming back. And and there's a lot of rust. Like I said, there's a lot of rust, and it shows in a couple of these videos. This being one of them, leaving my general in a bad spot. Yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna add up the points of what people are doing. I actually think the Goblins got a couple points just for killing off that steam tank, and that's just that one wound is probably worth more than what they're worth. But anyways, take care. Peace.
Alright, we just finished the game, me and Adam here. Adam,
You want to talk to the camera? What you think about the game, man?
It was a weird game. His trolls failed a rerollable leadership 9 check, I think, for the first
3 rounds.
3 rounds. So they found an incredibly pretty rock that they just didn't want to leave. My shooting was very subpar, but my Infernal Guard units, with the shooting, did way better in hand-to-hand combat than they had any right to do.
Yeah, they did. They killed both spiders.
They killed both spiders in melee. So yeah, all in all, very weird game.
Yeah.
But it was a fun game. I enjoyed it.
I was expecting more terror checks.
Yeah, not many.
Yeah, because you had no BSB.
No BSB.
I was thinking that was going to be a big deciding factor that you felt terror. You almost had a big terror check in the beginning with the bulls on the flank.
Yeah, goblins walking up and killing my small centaurs to a man with 1 round of shooting from a 5-man goblin unit. That was unexpected, but it happens.
At the end, you grabbing the leadership really swung it.
Yep. Had a leadership tech to restrain a pursuit, grab the objective, and managed to hold it for 2 turns for the secondary. But yeah.
All in all, it was a fun game, man.
Thank you.
That was my first tournament game in 2 years, so it was good to get back into it.
Yeah,
I had to mess with my dice and shit.
Yeah, my last tournament was strength in numbers last year, and that's really the first games I've had since COVID.
Oh man, yeah.
COVID just put everything on hold.
It did.
And I enjoyed being a turtle in my basement way too much.
There's a sweet spot of COVID that we're like, man, I miss that. I miss hanging out at mom and dad's house every day.
Yep. Now, I'm an introvert by nature, so not having to go anywhere.
Exactly.
Oh, darn. Well, thank you again for the game.
thank you, man.